It's about time. Well, not about time, but I'm actually shocked. It's actually a bit earlier than I expected this time around. So, wow. The Soul Engineer back again with another video. Good to see you here. Good to see you back again. And today I really just want to talk about something simple. The Russia scholarship advert has been dropped, and some of you may know I'm studying in Russia, and me seeing this kind of gives me joy because I get to pass on information that I didn't know. So I have the chance to inform people in advance. So I don't know, I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited. I didn't even plan for this video. I saw this on someone's status. Then I went to check on Facebook if this is actually like legit. I was like, oh, cool. So today we're gonna be talking about the Russian scholarship. I hope you enjoy. You don't really have to watch this if you don't want to. I really just want to inform people who have a genuine interest in coming here, and people who just want to understand what the logistics behind it, the application procedure, and all of that. I might break this down into like a 2-part, 3-part video, and the runway might plan something as well. So look out for that. Just make sure you just stay in the loop. I'll also leave a link down below of the runway. But for now, I just want us to look at the scholarship ad itself. Like, wow. Like, let's look at it. Let's just jump right in. Alright. So this is the ad. Botswana Russian Federation government scholarships tenable in the academic year 2022-2023, which is shocking because usually this scholarship is normally dropped the year of intake, meaning if you are going to come to Russia in 2021, they release the scholarship advert in 2021, normally around March-ish, February-ish, and the deadline is towards the end of March, like a really short window. Like you can literally miss it. But I'm kind of happy people know about it. But like we'll keep reading here. Like if we look down here, we see that the deadline or the deadlines are on in November of this year, but the intake is August of 2022. So like I don't know what they want to do, but it's really cool that it's really looked towards in advance. I don't know how to say it, but there's an element of doing things in advance. So it's kind of cool. I'll give them the plus. I'll give them the dub for that. Normally, students who go and study in Russia usually leave late in the year, and sometimes if you are unlucky and your university really works on a very strict schedule, you could miss some classes on your first year. And we'll talk about first year just in a moment. You can miss some classes on your first year, and you'd have to bulldoze a lot in order to learn. And mind you, you'd be learning in another language, and you'll be learning another language. So, DTEF, or the Ministry of Education, invites applicants of qualified citizens of Botswana for 30 undergraduate scholarships. So, I want to say this. Previously, the number or the quota usually was 21. In my intake, it was 21. Apparently, it actually used to be lower. But I'm kind of happy that the government is constantly increasing it. Well, it's not really down to the government of Botswana to increase it. It's actually something like, if I remember quite well, the government of Russia is the one that kind of gives the quota, and the government of Botswana then, they have the chance to enroll those people within that quota. So there was a rumor of it going to be reduced. For many reasons, I am not ready to touch into those because I don't have the facts straight. I don't really like delving deep into rumors, but the fact that it's not decreased but instead increased is a good thing. I'm happy about that. Really happy about that. And the language of instruction. Did I just say language? The language of instruction. Man, my English is deteriorating. Потому что я всегда говорю на русском языке. Владением английским языком, снижается. И это плохо. I don't even know if I said that correctly in Russian, but my point is I'm always speaking Russian and my English is deteriorating. My Motswana is literally, oh, man, I really have to go home. But my point is, the language of instruction is in Russian, and a lot of people sometimes overlook this and think, nah, it's easy, it's all vibes. I actually want to talk about it right now. Look, man, the reason this is in bold in the first place, and I'm highlighting it, I'm going to highlight it again. The reason this is bold is so that you know what to expect. Like, it's not a joke that this is in bold. And some of us take it as a joke when we come here that, it's just Russian, I'm just going to learn it for 1 year and then I master it, then I can speak. And then, bro, you are going to a higher level of education where you'll be studying subjects or specialities where people took 16, 17, 18 years to master not only the subjects they're going to study, but the language, to express themselves in that language. Please think about this carefully. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. I just want to say, think about it carefully. I know the decision I made, and I'm satisfied with the decision I made. So I urge you to do that for yourself. Think about it carefully and make a decision you'll be satisfied with. All candidates will receive allowance and accommodation on the same terms as applies to the citizens of the Russian Federation, sponsored by the Russian Federation government. This is actually true. Like, I'm laughing because it's true. I'm not laughing because it's a lie. It's true. You're going to be living with the Russians. You're going to be eating with the Russians. You will literally be thrown deep into a Russian-like environment. Okay, but there's a nuance, which I think I have to touch in another video. There's a nuance. That nuance is schools are different. Every school has its own way of running. I mean, this is a fact. It's life, man. Everything's different. But what I mean is every school has a way of handling, addressing, approaching, dealing with international students. Some schools don't mind treating the international students like Russian students, meaning whatever treatment the Russians get, you get. Like, you get the whole package. Whether it's good or bad, whatever it is the Russians experience, you experience it, because that's how the school runs. And other schools sort of separate Russians from international students for whatever reasons they have. I really don't know. It's not really purely based on color or whatever, but it's a matter of, let's keep the Russians with the Russians and let's keep the international students with the international students. Yeah, bro, make your own conclusion from there. But now I'm saying it's not racism. There are some buildings where, like, literally priorities to the Russian. I mean, bro, it's everywhere. Even in Botswana, there are some places in Botswana that are just for Botswana. And we can't deny that. We will always want America first, type of vibes. America first type of vibes. Anyways, let's look at the programs, because this is what I actually want to discuss for now. So the programs that we have today, if I remember quite well, last time when I applied, there was a quota of about 5 or 6 for medicine, about 5 for mechanical engineering, or let me just say engineering in general. I think another 5 for pharmacy and 6 or something like that for international relations. Or let me just say economics and all the likes. International relations, economics, it's usually the same. No, it's not the same faculty, but they just is the same. Basically, a large priority was given to STEM. STEM subjects. But there's a nice quota there reserved for diplomatic subjects, international relations, all that stuff, which is good. I have friends studying in the best universities in Russia: HSE, SPBGU, let me just not say it in Russian, St. Petersburg State, and Bauman. That's man. Universities is another. It's another. Like I said, it's another story for another day. But as for if I was to give my own review, commentary, opinion on the scholarship programs, I would say it's pretty much balanced, especially it's now diverged. It's now, compared to when I was applying, like we had to ask a lot of questions like, yo, bro, I'm like, yo, so when you guys say mechanical engineering and my course says mechanical and instrumental engineering, is that okay? We had to ask some really stupid questions so that we get clear, concrete, clear answers. I see there medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy. This year, it's actually like put into one group. It's usually medicine and then dentistry and then pharmacy, like just 3 separate groups. But now it's just one group of people and like 5. That's questionable. But I kind of understand. We now have SOM, School of Medicine. It's a very good institution, actually. And now there's the Masira Teaching Hospital. I don't see why we should be sending more students to study outside medicine. I don't know. That's just my view. It's just my view. I think SOM is a great school. And the fact that there's good, healthy competition to actually get into it means it's good. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to someone about SOM. I have friends at SOM, so I'll ask them. SOM, School of Medicine, BUB. It's the only medical school we have besides, IHS and, it's the only place you can become a doctor in Botswana. And biotechnology. I don't know what biotechnology is. It could be biomedical. It could be medical cybernetics. It could be cytotechnology. I think there's a broad range there. So just look into that at your own time. Just contact DTEF. They'll let you know. You have to do a lot of knocking, but they'll tell you what they mean by biotechnology. Any agricultural related program. Interesting, cause this is the first time I've seen the 2017 ad, I've seen the 2018 ad, I've seen the ad I enrolled under 2019 and last year's ad. None of them, if I can recall quite well, had agriculture. So agriculture is a first. Radio engineering and communication. Okay, to be honest, there are some people who study radio engineering or communication in Russia, but I really can't recall it being there in the ad. So usually maybe the person would apply for it and then they're just taken. But I think now that it's official, it's good. But hey, by the way, these are too wild. Oil and gas. Oil and gas has always been there. Year in, year out. It's always oil and gas, geology, mining, and mechanical engineering. Every year, those are the big STEM fields this side. Besides medicine, those are the big engineering ones. And I agree with that. Oil and gas, but now the quota has decreased to 2, mining 2, instrument making and optical equipment. This is a new field. I've never seen it before in any ad. And I don't even know what that is. I do have a subject called metrology, which is sort of like all of this instrument and measurements thing. So optical equipment, I don't know. Metallurgy, mechanical, materials engineering. This is scary because there's 2 slots for 3 forms of engineering. So it's really, it's scary. So there's 2 slots for 3 forms of engineering. So it's more of like either one is going to, it's a Russian roulette. It's a Russian roulette. One, if they're actually planning to stick by this quota that they listed out, one is going to be omitted. Either the metallurgist, either the mechanical engineer, or either the material scientist. And, we'll see. Electronics engineering, also not a, well, yeah, I don't know any Motswana studying electronics. So this is new. It's good. But yo, bro, good luck studying electronics. Good luck with that. Control automation, computer technology. Okay. These, you see these. Like, it's funny how they're all in a new page, actually. These are all new. All new sections. I've never seen them in any ad, especially aviation, especially control automation, which control automation is actually my course. Not really, but if you're doing mechatronics, a lot of what we're doing is automation and control. Architecture in Russia is actually not bad. There's that dedicated universities for that. Transport or mining machine construction. This is actually a form. Funny. This is a form of mechanical engineering. And it's always been a separate subject in Russia. Like transport construction, mining machine construction. It's a good course. I think it's a good course. I think it's necessary in Botswana. It's very hard to talk about what's necessary and what's not necessary anymore in Botswana, because like you'd study this amazing course and you do this amazing thing, and then you get home and you just lamb there and bro, you can't get a job, you can't form a startup, no funding. It's so hard. So man, even I'm getting chills thinking about that. Like, where am I going to go after I graduate? Let's talk about eligibility. Guys, kids are getting smart, and I don't think anyone's noticing this except DTEF and maybe the Ministry of Education. It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's like a double-edged sword. So what this means is the country is getting more and more educated, right? Literacy rate is going up. That's a good thing. It's always a good thing when literacy rate goes up. Now, here's where it gets interesting. That means competition for positions increases. Demand for skilled labor kind of decreases because there's a large pool of workers to select from. And that also means like trying to get a job requires you to be the best of the best. When even last year and the year before, dude, for as long as I've seen the Russian ad, it's always been 46 points. Now it's 48 points. 48, bro. Yo. Now that's some scary stuff. If you're not scared about that, bro. 48 points means 6 A's. Like, it just means clearing the whole deck. Like, bro, I mean, I got 48. Literally almost everyone I came with got 48 or 47. But hella, it just shows how much we've achieved as a country in terms of improving our education infrastructure. Although I would argue that we still have a long way to go. A long way to go. But just these restrictions going high, these requirements getting higher and higher just shows, yeah, man, we're getting smarter and smarter. But I think something that worries me is that because these are getting higher and higher, and I also remember in 2017 when the Top Achievers Scholarship was revised from 4 A stars to 6 A stars and 3 A's in A level, it caused shock because apparently there was a lot of children getting 4 A stars at the time. And nowadays you just look in newspapers like mid-January and you see like a whole school getting like MAP, although it's always been a normal thing at MAP. But I mean, a school with like 50 students who got 48 points, 50 kids, and then there's like 10, 11, 12 kids who got 6A stars. You go to Legaye, same thing. 4 or 5 kids, 6A stars. John Mackenzie, 3, 4 kids, 6A stars. Clifton, same thing, 6A stars. I'm not even talking about government schools yet. You go to the government schools, Mataspe, St. Joseph's. Those are the big schools. Maybe GSS, maybe. But like Mataspe, St. Joseph's, McConnell, 11A stars, 8A stars, 9A stars, like, and then there's like 3, 4 kids from each school with these grades. Yo, bro. Obviously, at some point, the government is going to be like, yo, we can't afford to send everyone to school because everyone's passing. So the big concern would be soon and very soon, if we don't notice it, the government's going to stop funding altogether for education because they've met the target, which is to get everyone educated. And once you've met your target, there's no point in continuing. It's like you've done what you said you'd do, and now it's time to stop. So I don't know. Think about that. And if you think I think it's something worth discussing in the comments, just leave a comment below what you think about it. But that's what I think about it. Subjects, as usual, have subjects in accordance with the chosen specialty: physics, maths, biology, it's of course. Wait, I forgot to mention, there's no international relations here, or even economics. Like, it's just STEM fields. Okay, yeah, no, that's now a big issue. That's just my own opinion, anyways. As much as I do believe in STEM does not make policies. STEM does not make decisions. At the end of the day, STEM just provides the data. STEM just saves people. STEM creates. STEM does not control. Man, it sounds so painful, but that's the truth. You're gonna get a job as an engineer, but you gotta have to go through the hiring department. Your hiring manager is the one who picks you for the job. HR is the one that makes sure you're doing a good job. And if you're not, they have the chance to fire you. You know, all these people with MBAs or degrees in accounting, degrees in finance, degrees in economics, those are the people that make the decisions in big corporations. But moreover, countrywide or on a national level, we need real trained diplomats, people who studied international relations, international law, international trade. As much as people say, nah, these are easy subjects, very important, because it's not law, it's not economics, it's not just trade, it's international, meaning the rules that apply in Botswana won't apply in South Africa, the rules that apply in Russia won't apply in Ukraine. So there has to be someone or a group of people who can make decisions that could form a relation and build some form of compromise. And that's where these specialists come in. Diplomats, ambassadors, diplomats, bro. Diplomats. But yeah, I don't know if they can change the quota, but man, they really need to relook into that. I know the Russian government produces good international diplomats. Like, there's this guy who studied in my city, eventually studied in another city, but he's now working for UNICEF or the UN? I don't know, but it's or UNESCO, a big organization, bro. So we really need those subjects. 25 years or below. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about something. Angliski. English. Honestly, you don't need English to come and study in Russia. If I was being honest. And I mean, if you're coming to study Russian in Russia, if you're going to come to study in Russian, Zachem angliski notion. You don't need English, to be honest. Now that I think about it, the Spanish people who are studying in Russia, the Arab people studying in Russia, the French people studying in Russia. So, okay, maybe from the government side, you could say English is a sign of them being able to articulate yourself, but you'll never be able to articulate yourself in English in Russia. So, sure, why not? Go with it. I just don't think you need English to study in Russia. It's absolutely pointless. At best, if they said if you've studied Russian in the past, you'd have a 1-up. But it's not here, so that's clearly, yeah, it's I'm gonna wrap this video up here because my time is up. But long story short, if you're interested in applying for Russia, good for you, man. But what I'll say is do all your research, do all the necessary research. Make sure that what you're doing, make sure that the decision you're making is a decision you'll stand by even after 3 gruesome years. Russia is not an easy place to come to. There's a reason certain things are highlighted in bold, that the language of instruction is in Russian. It's not a joke. And there's a reason they want people who got 48 points. They want people who are serious with their lives. It's also not a joke. But I also want to say that if you didn't get 48 points, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It also doesn't mean you're a joke. It just means there's a higher chance of getting someone who will not let the government down when they pick from the 48 points group or the pool of 48 pointers. And there's some, long story short, there's some things that are just there for being there, but there's some things that are genuinely, okay, fine. Angliski, okay, fine. English, sure. Yeah, these ones are B25, 2 years prior, climatic conditions. I think we'll talk about those in the next video. I mean, the last one, I don't need to talk about the need for you to be 25 or younger, but the last one of climate in Russia, it's a very good separate video. Yeah, man, there's the link, Education in Russia, which is actually a new link. It used to be russiastudy.com. Now it's educationinrussia.com. So we'll check out the website and just see what it looks like in another episode. I think I need to note this down because I forget. We'll just note that down. So yeah, man, I hope you enjoy. I genuinely do hope you enjoy. The documents that you need to send, the application letter, you need your MAN, you need your school certificates. Of course, you need a valid passport. We really overlook that. And you need an application form. The application form, after you apply on the website, there's an option for you to download the application form. You download the application form and you print it out and you attach a photo of yourself. I have mine in my file somewhere in my closet. Never leaves me, never departs me. That thing is important. Oh, and the the shortlisted candidates will be contacted on my birthday. Nice. Stage 3. Now, if you've been shortlisted, you're going, my G. Like, there's no other stage. Anyways, have a great video. Have a great night. We'll talk about this in another video. I think I need to chop this up quite a lot. It was nice having you guys here. Russia is a very interesting place to study in. And I think I'm going to redo this video. But I liked making it, so I'm not going to redo it. Stay safe, look after yourselves, kids, and this was me rambling for 30 minutes. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Soul Engineer out.